For us to solve a problem, we need people who will take the responsibility, who will say, yes, for things to work, somebody must do something. Yes, somebody brought us into this problem, but you must know that somebody must take us out of this problem. And to decide to be the solution, you cannot continue to hold on to excuses and you be the solution of the society. Never. Today, I'm going to talk about why people give excuses. Why people give excuses. And I want you to first understand that people give excuses not because by nature they are lazy. No. But there's something psychological happening. And that is the reason why I want to point out why people give excuses. Now, people give excuses because there is an emotional protection that excuses give. So it makes you feel good. It makes you feel okay. It makes you want people to understand with you. It makes you feel people are connected and truly people are compassionate to understand when they say, I think what you are passing through is that. So it is a way it massages some areas that you don't want to be touched, particularly areas of responsibility. I remember I once pointed out something, particularly as a friend, and of course, I know he was expecting me to just understand, say, oh no, sorry for that thing. Um, I know things so well. I just to, which of course is not bad, but after I said, well, but there's some things you have to see which you are not seeing, and I begin to point out areas that he needs to do better and work out those things. I mean, the friend took it as if I was not understanding with what he was passing through. And I said, no, that's not what I'm saying. I am trying to say that even though, yes, I understand you are passing through, there are areas that they are very clear. I mean, those areas are clear that you need to have done this and that, but you didn't do them. And what I wanted him to do was to take responsibility where he became annoyed. I mean, that's what I was wondering what exactly friends are for. And sometimes in our lives, we want people to just speak like, yeah. When people just speak to pity you, it won't add anything. I mean, it won't really add much. I think let me be generous. It won't add much to what you will become and how things will change in your life. And today I want to give some of the reasons why people prefer actually to receive pardon for the excuses they are given rather than actually work on it. The first thing is the issue that because excuses normally protects ego. Excuses protects ego. Now, taking responsibility is very painful. That's the truth of the matter. Actually, to acknowledge that, yeah, I ought to have done this is really painful. Once you understand that, you will, it will give a perspective of why people wouldn't want to accept excuses. Excuses massages their egos. That's a way of psychologically shielding them. And what will it shield them from? It will shield them from responsibility, as I said. They will push the blame to other things. I'm not saying that other people will not share the blame of some of the problems you are facing, but I'm saying that if you will see change in your life, then you will definitely, even where there are legitimate reasons to give excuse, you just have to take responsibility and say, I will work this thing out. I will work this thing out. But many people will prefer to say, it's the economy. And I see that especially for many of us that truly are coming from the setting where many of our leaders have not done that well and leaders have really wrecked our economies. I mean, there's legitimate reason to just keep blaming where we are. I mean, in terms of individually, even as a nation, and all. But I'm talking about individually now because I'm coming to the issue of our nations. So sometimes you will just um, um, focus on the issue that is because our leaders have squandered the resources. So it already numb you. It already make you comfortable. You understand? From actually taking responsibility. Or sometimes you might say it's a system, or of course the usual one I normally hear many students talk about is my background. It was my parent. My parent didn't do what they did. My parent did that. My parent did this. In a sense, so many of them are actually still um, keeping I mean, resentment. They are angry already about their parent, what they did, and all that and all. Excuses most times will help people to avoid sentence or avoid um, uh, uh, pointing to themselves that I need to do more. That language of responsibility, excuses will always remove it from your path. But you don't want to remove language of responsibility because if you remove it, you are going to actually be satisfied with where you are. And that excuse become a mountain where you will climb and keep shouting about your problems. Excuses makes a person a victim. Excuses will make a person a victim rather than a victor. If you ever see somebody succeeding, it means that person have taken the have accepted responsibility and said, I want to work this thing out. The second point why people give excuses is that it preserves their comfort zone. It preserves their comfort zone. They preserve their comfort zone. I want to tell you the truth. Growth is uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Anybody that will love to grow, definitely you will have to push yourself away from your comfort zone. You will have to. There must be. You will if you really love to improve, then it will demand effort. It will demand effort. It will demand effort, and learning will stretch your competence. Learning will stretch your competence. So all these things I've mentioned, you want to grow, you want to improve, you want to learn. If you love these things I just mentioned, then you wouldn't love to be holding on to why it didn't work, yeah, or blaming this, or giving this excuse and all that. So most times you hear people, oh, it is too late. Oh, I am 30 something. That's why I couldn't do it. Oh, my parent didn't do it until I grew up. This has they would have taught me these things when I was younger. Okay, now that you understand you need them, you need the things you are thinking that your parent ought to have taught you. Why won't you learn them even now? So it's not too late, but sometimes it's just too late. Well, it appears I'm too busy. I can't be able to do these things. I can't be able to do these things. No. At every point in your life, you will have reasons to give excuse why you shouldn't do certain things. And you have the chance to take responsibility to do them. So what I'm pointing out is that excuses has a way of preserving your comfort zone. Once you give excuses, many people that give excuses, they will not take action. Many people that give excuses, they want to protect their ego because they don't want to be told, oh, you have failed. And then you're supposed to have done this thing. They want to be told, no, your failure is not as a result of what you did or what you did not do. Your failure is as a result of a parent. That way, it exonerates them. The third thing, which is very crucial as well, is that excuses prevent accountability. Excuses prevent accountability. Wherever you remove excuse, that is where accountability starts. But once you you keep giving excuses, you will not be accountable. You will not be responsible. You will always want to preserve your comfort zone. You always feel like a victim. These are things you don't want to, because none of this will be able to make you push forward and develop further. So once you don't give excuse, you will discover that discipline will be required. Once you remove excuses in your equation, you will discover that you will see that sacrifice is necessary. Once you remove excuses, you will discover that change becomes unavoidable, because you have to change. You have to change. You have to change. It's not that I'm saying that you won't have reasons to give excuse why certain things are happening, but you don't want to hold on to those excuses. You want to move on away from those excuses, because you're no longer a victim. Understand? Even if your parent didn't do certain things, even if you're coming from a background where you never had, thank the Lord for the people that you met, that now you even understood that you ought to have been taught that thing. Why not learn it? It's not too late. It's not too late. I want you to take the responsibility. I want you to remove giving excuses. Don't use it, because it will make you to become inactive. It will make you to sit in one place, in your comfort zone. And each time they ask you, why is that these things are not happening? You shift the blame. Why is it that that is not happening? You shift the blame. Why is it that you have not gotten job up to now? You shift the blame. It's my country. It's my father didn't go to do this thing. Oh, it's my this. Oh, it's my dad. Oh, it's because I'm not born in America. Oh, it's because I'm not born in in Europe. Why won't you forget about all these things? Pointing out is because of this. All the problem we're saying, can you come up? Can you become responsible? Can you become and make up your mind? I'm not going to stay in the excuses. I will start to do something so that I will give life to this world. Yes, other people have created the problem, but can you take it? Because for us to solve a problem, we need people who will take the responsibility, who will say, yes, for things to work, somebody must do something. Yes, somebody brought us into this problem, but you must know that somebody must take us out of this problem. And to decide to be the solution, you cannot continue to hold on to excuses and you be the solution of the society. Never, never, never. You must decide in your mind that yes, the problem in which we are today was not caused by me. The problem which we are today, I am inside today, it was caused by my parents, it was caused by my leaders, it was caused by my this. But I cannot continue to dwell or to play the game of blaming, always blaming. No, to take action, I must move away from excuses. I must move away from excuses to be able to do something that will take us out of the problem we're seeing. If you want to get out of problem, then you must stop holding on to excuses. That is the way out. And unfortunately, many people prefer failure with explanation than success with demands. It's the most unfortunate thing I have seen, that many people will prefer to give explanation for failure, to give reasons why they fail, to give reasons, but they will not be able to move into the arena of success that require action, that require effort. Don't stay in the arena of excuses. Don't stay in the arena of excuses. It has never helped any man. It doesn't help. Understand? Someone may have brought the problem that you are in, but excuses cannot take you out of the problem. Responsibility is what will take you out of the problem.